Hello and welcome back to Career Mudra. My name is Dr. Pratiksha Gupta and I'm a senior quality and research expert. So this year at Career Mudra, I had a privilege to work with so many students from Maharashtra who wanted to get a college in their desired branch and their desired state, that was Maharashtra. So Maharashtra counseling is quite a tricky counseling, and this year I had learned so many things about how to approach the counseling, how to get the desired choice filling for the students, how to prioritize college based on the branches that they have to offer, and so many other things. So in today's video, I'll be giving you a quick recap of what are the steps of the Maharashtra counseling and how we should target our desired seats. So if you're somebody who's from Maharashtra and appearing for the NEET MBS 2025 and looking for a clinical or a non-clinical seat, and confused about the counseling, you can contact me on the number displayed on the screen right now, and I'll give you the customized counseling approach for the state that you're looking for. So without further ado, let's start the video. In today's video, I'll be giving you the brief introduction about the Maharashtra counseling, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the colleges that you can target, and then again, like what are the steps and how you should approach the counseling. First and foremost, in any counseling, we talk about the eligibility criteria, whether you are eligible to appear in the Maharashtra counseling or not. So for NEET MDS, the first important thing is that you should appear for the exam and qualify. The qualifying percentile is very important. If you qualify in the result in the first round itself, then it makes you eligible to target the counseling from the beginning only. And in case you have a low percentile, of course you can appear for the counseling once the cutoff gets revised. So now that you are qualified, what are the criteria that make you eligible and not eligible? So if you're somebody who's from Maharashtra and has done his or her BDS from Maharashtra, then you are eligible to appear for the Maharashtra counseling. And if you are somebody who is from Maharashtra but has done her or his BDS from outside Maharashtra, then you are not eligible to take up a seat in Maharashtra for the MDS. If you are not a domicile of Maharashtra but have done your BDS from Maharashtra, then you are also eligible to appear for the Maharashtra counseling. So these are the three topmost criteria. For Maharashtra counseling, you should be a domicile of Maharashtra and have done your BDS from Maharashtra, and if you are not a domicile, then you must have at least done your BDS from Maharashtra. Talking about that, Maharashtra is a closed state. Students from outside who want to take participation in the institutes in Maharashtra are not eligible for any seats, be it the state seats or the institutional quota seats. You are only eligible for the NRI category seats. After this, what are the different steps of the counseling? Now, in any counseling like the other states, the steps are similar. First and foremost, you have to go to the website of Maharashtra, which is mahacet.org. Once you come to the website, you can see the latest timeline and the notifications that are being published for the council. First and foremost important thing is to register for the counseling. Once your registration is done, you will be asked to pay the application fee, which is 3,000 rupees for the Maharashtra counseling. Along with that, if you talk about the security deposit, it is 25,000 rupees for the government seats and 1 lakh rupees for the private seats. Moving forward, once you have done both of these steps, your name will be published in the state merit list. Now, the state merit list is a combined merit list for all the students who are participating in the Maharashtra Council. Once the merit list is published and your name is there, you can move ahead and do the choice filling. The choice filling is a very critical part, as there are 3 seat categories in Maharashtra Council. One is the state quota category, second is your institutional quota, and third is your NRI quota. Now, what is the difference between these 3 seats? I'll tell you. In the state quota seats, it is for the government colleges, and then in some private colleges also, there is one state quota seat which is a private seat for a lesser fee structure. And then your institutional seat, which is your private seat, and then NRI seats. So now if you're somebody from Maharashtra and you have got a good rank, then chances are there that if you don't get a government seat, you can get a government seat in a private college at a lower fee structure. Moving forward, once you have done your choice filling, keeping your categories in mind and everything, you can move forward and see the option entry that you have done. It should be very customized and very critically thought, and then only you should put forward all your options. After that, after locking your choices on the last day, a provisional allotment list will be published when your names along with the college that has been allotted to you will be seen. Once it is done, you can report to your to your allotted college, and there your document verification will be done and you're good to go. The fees will be paid at the institute itself because there is no prior fee payment option in the counseling. You have to go to the college, do your document verification, and you can pay your fees there itself. Talking about the documents which are required, here is the list where you can see what are the various documents which are required. And those who are belonging to any kind of category like OBC, SC, ST, make sure to keep all your documents ready, because in Maharashtra these are the critical documents which you need to keep ready during the counseling. There are so many domicile certificate, eligibility criteria, and your caste criteria. These documents will be required during the counseling. After this, once all of this is done and the college has been allotted to you, you can directly go to the college, and then if you are looking for any kind of upgradation, then the terms and conditions are like this. Suppose you get a seat allotted in the first round, okay? You can go to the college, pay the fees, get your admission done, and then you can opt for an upgradation. You have to report to the college in order to go for the upgradation. And then once you fill out the upgradation form, you are eligible to sit in the second round and appear for the consecutive counseling. But in case you want to withdraw your seat after the first round, in case you get a seat in All India or any other states, you can go for the withdrawal of the seat in the first round, as like every other state, it's a free exit. Talking about the second round. Now, if in case you get any seat allotted in the second round, you can definitely report to the college, keep your seat intact, and upgrade for the third round of counseling. But now here there's no free exit. You cannot withdraw the seat from the second round. In case you want to withdraw, your security deposit will be forfeited. You don't have to pay the fees, but your security refund will not be there. After that, if you get any seat allotted in the third round, that is the mock-up round, you are supposed to take the seat, because the straight round is a special round where new seats will be added, whatever is remaining, and new students are going to register, and you cannot retain back your old seat. So that's all. And in case you are, there is a kind of conversion which happens in Maharashtra, which is like in case the NRI seats don't get filled in the first 3 counseling, they are converted to institutional quota seat in the last counseling. So if you are looking for something like that, which is very risky, I can say, because there's no guarantee. In case if somebody is available and wants to take the NRI seat in the last round of the straight round, he or she can take up that seat in the NRI category only, and there will be no conversion. So these are quite a few things which plays a major role in the Maharashtra counseling. I hope I could give you a brief idea of how it works. This is the first part of the video. In the second part of the video, I'll tell you about the fee structure of the Maharashtra counseling, as there are so many colleges there, and what is the fee capping, how it works, and everything we'll be discussing in the next video. I hope you like this video. For more such new videos, you can subscribe to our channel. It helps us pass on the good information that we have curated very nicely for you guys after doing all our research. So for more such updates, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Career Mudra. Thank you.